Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are we? Brenda, Luna, Burgess, hi guys. Hi Raven, Cody. Oh, I've got a bit of a headache. I'm hoping it goes away. Hey Alan. Everything feels either too bright or too dark. But given the amount of painkillers I'm having to take for my knee, you'd think I wouldn't get a headache, but... Jen, Becky, Ina. Hi Ina! Never gets old. Hi Di. Have you framed Max yet? Have you found a frame for him? Mandy, Steph, Luna. No, I drink lots of water. I don't do dehydrated. I constantly have a 2-litre bottle of water beside me, and I drink 2 litres of water overnight, because every time I wake up I drink some water, and when I get up in the morning I finish it, and then I've drunk at least another 2 litre since then. So I think it's sinuses, because all the Japanese maples are going crazy. How's the knee? It's a lot better actually. Lack of caffeine, yeah. Usually with me, not having enough caffeine is the reason I get a headache, but I think actually it's sinuses, because if you look at my eyes, underneath my eyes looks really dark, and then this looks really puffy, and that's usually a sign that my sinuses are playing up. And all the maples have turned colour this week, which is usually a problem for me. I hate cherry blossoms and maples and stuff because they set off my hay fever. You haven't done it yet. That's okay. I just wondered, because I hadn't seen you post it, and I wondered if you were even going to post it publicly or whatever. Your sinus is crazy too. Yeah, I probably should have taken a sinus tablet or an anti-allergy something. Might take an anti-allergy later and see if that helps. The knee is doing better. The general problem I have with whatever's going on my left side was not connected to whatever it was I did to my knee the other day. So when I went for my blood tests last week, I showed them my knee and I said, this isn't normal. It went rip, pop, and boom. And by boom, I mean half a melon stuck to the side of my knee that was all squishy and looked like fluid. That literally appeared in a matter of seconds. Hey Evelyn. So I was pretty sure I'd done something to it that had caused it, rather than it just being an ongoing issue, which I think is my back. I think I've got a trapped nerve in my back. I'm booked in with my chiropractor next month to see what she can do about it. But yeah, I showed my knee to the receptionist, which was a lovely shade of black and blue by the time she saw it. And she said, oh yes, we'll get you in for that, but I don't know what time. Well, it was 10 o'clock in the morning. She said, it could be 4 o'clock before we can see you. I said, I don't care. I'm prepared to sit here. Just give me something to put my leg up on. I will sit here for 2 days if I have to see somebody, because this is killing me. Well, 2 o'clock, they managed to get me in with one of the senior nurses who was able to... I don't know what this thing is now, but apparently they have senior nurses who can do the kind of routine, everyday jobs that you don't really need a doctor to diagnose, because everybody can see exactly what it is. And she said that she was fairly sure that I had split the sac in my knee, a bursa sac, I think it's called, and it was bursitis. And she said if I drain some fluid off and you rest it for a week or so, it should be fine. And if it's not fine in a couple of days, after I give you what you need to do, then go and see your own doctor and she'll get you into a physio. So she drew nurse practitioner, thank you. Yeah, they're not fully qualified doctors, but they're qualified to diagnose basics like, oh, that's measles, and act on it, rather than having to, you know, you've got all these nurses who know perfectly well what's going on and could treat it, but they're not allowed to because they've got to get a doctor to sign it off. But these nurses are more senior and they're allowed to do stuff like that if it's within their remit. And she said, I'm allowed to drain the fluid, but I can't inject you with anything without authority. But she said, I don't think you need it. I think just draining the fluid will help. Well, it did. It helped enormously. The pain went almost immediately. And she gave me a lovely ice pack. It's a very posh ice pack for the NHS, I tell you. Hot and cold and rest and elevation and all that kind of stuff. Paracetamol as often as I need them. Ibuprofen as often as I need them. And she gave me some ibuprofen, as she called them, for the first 3 days. She said, take those at night because that's when it's going to be hardest to relax and get some sleep, because it will be painful for at least 2 to 3 days. So I actually took 2 of them. The second night I didn't feel like I needed them. The third night I definitely felt like ordinary ibuprofen would be fine. So I ended up keeping the other 2 just in case, because you never know if it's going to come back a little bit, you know, a little bit of irritation in the wrong place, it could start again. And at least I'll have something that I can take. Yeah, I didn't know we had nurse practitioners here, but apparently we do. But it's a good thing, because I'm sure there's plenty of very qualified nurses who are perfectly capable to say, oh yeah, I know what that is, and give basic treatment. I mean, it's just like in administering first aid, isn't it? So they're as qualified as an ambulance person, they just don't drive. Or they don't drive an ambulance. But yeah, they're pretty good. They can do basic stuff. But there was a lot of fluid in it. Yeah, there was at least half a pint of fluid. But she didn't. It wasn't like normally when I've had fluids drained, it's like the Dracula nurse. You know, they come along with a tubing like this and a needle this long, and they shove it in under wherever it needs to go, and they draw it out, and it takes 5 hours. No, it wasn't like that at all. She put in this little thing that was like an IV, and she had this little clipper thing that she put into it and a little sack, and she pumped it like that. And it must be some kind of reverse valve, like a IV valve, because she just kept pressing it, and it was just draining. You could see my knee deflating and the bag getting bigger. It's just like, yeah, it's simple. It's just fluid that's come out. You tear the sack and it repairs almost immediately, like the inside of your mouth. Or the inside of your nose, it repairs within minutes. But if you tear it, the water comes out, or the fluid, or whatever it is, and that's what causes the pain, is all the swelling. So, but yeah, the swelling's gone down a lot. It's still got a weird bit, but it's like the size of a catheter, is it? Oh yeah, I suppose it is like a catheter. Yeah, a reverse IV. Yeah, well, that's what it was like. I'd never seen one before. Usually they use a needle and draw it out, but she had this drain. She said, I can put this in and I can just leave you here. If you start to feel faint, press that buzzer, and otherwise just sit there. Don't move. Relax. Here's a magazine. I'll see you in an hour. I was like, oh, okay then. But yeah, it's a lot better. I've got it propped up on a thing at the moment. Also, new desk. Do you like my new desk? It matches my other desks. Look, it matches. New desk. This one doesn't wobble. It's a little rickety because it's not on a stable floor, but it doesn't wobble, like, all over the place. Oh, you were an oncology nurse. Oh, so you were one of the nurse practitioner types then. Because they're the ones who can do that kind of stuff, aren't they? Anyway, yeah, the knee's a lot better, but, oh, my head. Hey, Mika. So, this desk is It was actually on the classifieds as a table and 4 chairs. It was on for 20 quid. And I sent her a message and I said, I don't need the chairs, but I'm prepared to buy the whole thing for 20 quid and just sell the chairs on. But I'll take the table on its own for 15 and you can sell the chairs. She said, yeah, okay, that's fine. So I went and picked it up. Oh, I'm doing great with the studio. Look how organised I am. Look, I've even put my paint thing up. I've got to put all my hang my paints on it. But I'm getting really organised. It's going well. I do a little bit at a time. Having to rest my knee has been beneficial because I get to sit down, place my chair somewhere, sit down with my leg up, and then I have to just sort whatever's in front of me. Got sidetracked now. Yeah, when I got there, she said, oh, well, I'm just going to chuck the 4 chairs down the tip if you don't want them, so you might as well take them if you want them. I went to give her the 20 quid and she said, no, 15's fine, just take it, it's in the way, because we're having the kitchen redone and we don't need it, and we don't have a big enough house to have stuff in it. So, just take it, it's fine. And I said, well, I live right next door to a charity shop, so I'll take the 4 chairs if they fit in the car, and I'll give them to the charity shop. And then at least they've gone somewhere more useful than the tip, because I'm sure there's somebody who can use them. So I've just dropped the chairs round today. The table is mine, it's beautiful, it's lovely. Not bad at all for 15 quid, is it, Miss Maddie? And I'm going to sell mine on for like a couple of quid, because I don't need the other one. And yeah, it's a better colour and everything. So yeah, we're getting there. But yeah, enforced relaxation. I didn't realise how much I move about until I had to sit with my leg up. And then I'm like, okay. It's bigger than the last one. Yeah, the other one was 31 inches square. This one is only 28 inches deep, so I've lost 3 inches this way, but it's 48 inches wide, so I've gained 1.5 feet in length, which is really good. Plus, these little folding tables, I don't know if you can tell, but this folding table here actually fits. The hinge of the folding table is there, which means on the other side I can put the other folding table. So when I don't need it, it won't take up any extra space whatsoever. It will fit right underneath the lip of the table here. But if I do need extra space, I can just pop it out, and there you go. Because these tables pop up and down. So, yeah, awesome. Plus, it's quite a lot higher. It's about 2 inches higher, which you don't think would make a difference, but boy, does it. Woof. 2 inches height on your desk makes so much difference. I'm sitting up straight again now, so my back doesn't hurt. So yeah, we're getting there. I've also ordered another of my glass razors because with the bigger desk I can actually fit 2 in, which means I can put the computer back up in the corner, so it will be about 8 inches further away from me, which is better, because at the moment it's just at that point where without my glasses it's slightly blurry, and with my glasses it's very blurry, whereas if it was a bit further away or a bit closer I can read it with my glasses, and a bit further away I can read it without. But at the moment it's right in that point where I can't really see it properly. Okay, so that's why I wasn't around last week, for those of you who wondered where I've been. I actually was going to come on and just do a quick hello, hi, here's my journal, here's what I'm up to, and now I'm going to bed. Oh, Tom Hiddleston. She met Hiddleston. Amber met Tom Hiddleston. I'm only like this jealous. And who else did you meet? Samwise Gamgee, Sean Austin, who's just ridiculously cute. Christopher Eccleston, who I don't like, personally, but... And who was the other one you met? Oh, James Marshall. Spike. New York Comic Con, was it? So jealous. Anyway, I don't have much to show you today, but I do have some bits and pieces that I picked up from Etsy shops. Around this time of year is when I buy bits and pieces that I want. I don't generally buy stuff during the year. But when I sell my year-long classes at this time of year, I stock up on bits that I've added to my wish list that I still have there. Because if it's in my wish list, this is how you don't spend money, okay? This is tried and true from somebody who doesn't have any money. First, you don't have any money to spend. Second, on the rare occasions that you do have money, what you do is you say, okay, if it hasn't been in my I really want this basket on Amazon or Etsy for at least 3 months, I don't need it yet. Once it gets to 3 months, you look at it and you go, maybe I actually do want that. But after about 5 months, I tend to find that I go, no, I don't really need that after all. So if it makes it to 6 months, I buy it. So anyway, this girl, this is from, and I've put everybody's links in the description already, okay? So while I'm chatting, if you want to go and look at their Etsy shops, you can. This girl is Rachel from Calabi Crafts. These are all UK shops, okay? Because I like to support other artists in the UK. Usually that means spending a small fortune, but Rachel has the kind of washi tapes that I really like. They're very gothic, they're very space themed, and they're very unusual. She's a goth herself, so she understands what our aesthetic is like. And she doesn't charge a fortune for stuff that you could buy on AliExpress if you wanted to wait 8 weeks for it. That really annoys me when you find it on AliExpress for 29p and somebody's selling it on Etsy for £5 plus postage. It drives me insane. Her prices are very reasonable, and if you spend more than £15, she gives you free postage. So you can't say fairer than that. £15 is about 8 to 10 washi tapes from her, depending on what you want. But she also does surprise boxes, which I thought, I'm going to have one of them. See what it's like. So that's Rachel at Calabi Crafts. She sent me this cute little star pin, which goes with my moon and sun that I've already got. Oh, she's well worth checking out, Luna. She's got exactly the kind of things that we like. And she's absolutely lovely. She's so helpful. These are the ones that I've bought separately. Now, this one is the reason I wanted to buy from her in the first place. Brooke, I can't remember her name, Brooke somebody, Goth Planner on Instagram. She's also British. She posts the most amazing stuff, and I try not to buy lots of things, even though I look at them and I'm like, oh my god, that's gorgeous. But she posted these washies, and I was like, no, I could do with some better washies, some new washies. I haven't bought washies since I bought those brown sets this time last year. So I feel perfectly justified in buying a few new washi tapes, because I do use them. It's not like I have 200 of them all sitting here unused. I use them a lot. But this is just gorgeous. It's bats, and they're all different colours. The bats are semi-transparent, so on a white background they look really cool, and the washi tape is black. So yeah, those are very, very cool. I absolutely loved them. I really wanted this tape. It was out of stock. I was like, I don't care, I'm still going to put in an order. And I added a note and I said, if you have any of that bat left, I would really appreciate it, and this is the one I'm prepared to sacrifice for it. And she had some bats, and she said, I'll send you one. I found one, and you can have it. So that's really cool. She doesn't have that in stock anymore. She can't get it. So sorry if you wanted that one. I got the last roll. These two are really cute. These are the white tapes that kind of disappear. Can I move it closer to the camera? Oh yeah, okay. How's that? Better? Let me refocus. You'll have to remind me to move the camera back out later. Let's refocus. There we go. Better? I always forget that I can move my cameras about. I don't know why I forget. So that's the bats. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's not a really wide washi. It's only like, normal washi is 15 millimeters. I think this is about 10. So it's really interesting. These two are very cute. These got foiling on. So this one has silver and gold foiling, and it's got bones and spider webs and skulls and little bats, and it's little red spiders, and it's very cute. I love it. I'll put them there so you can see them. And this one has little crosses and skulls and ghosts and tombstones, and look at the little ghosties, foiled ghosties, and little hands coming up out the grave. They're so fun. These are the kind of things that I use all the time. I mean, it's from her Halloween selection, but I use these all the time. Now, I have some of this in brown. It's craft coloured with brown lines. This one is black with mauve lines, and this one is white with black lines. 3mm grids, which is 1/8 of an inch, and they are matte, so you can write over them. This one looks amazing with white writing over it. Really nice. You can buy one, the other, or a pair. She does them as a pair. She also does, she had a white one with red lines that I think is the same size as the Hobonichi grids. This one I haven't even opened yet. This is awesome. This is going to my, of course, my gothic tendencies to like creepy shit. You met David Tennant once and had a complete meltdown. I met David Tennant 3 times, and on the 3rd time he recognised me. I was like, oh, look at this. This is bugs. Renfield bugs. So cute. Love it. This one is Faces of the Moon, which is very, very thin. I don't normally use thin washi, but I thought this would be an interesting one to just have on hand, because it does all of the phases of the moon all the way through the month. And of course I do the astrology pages and the lunar pages and stuff like that, so... But it's super thin, and again it's white. It's one of those that disappears when you put it on a background. I don't think it's... Oh yeah, it is metallic. It's got metal, it's got silver bits. And then there's this one. Oh my god. OMG. Oh my dog. Look at this. This is Zodiac tape. Where's the end? Creepy shit, yeah. That's my aesthetic, creepy shit. Sorry, I had to hide your comment there. Yeah, the moon ones are wonderful for Book of Shadows. She's got quite a few, actually, witchy type ones. They're really nice. And she has new ones coming in every day. Look at this one. This is beautiful. It's wide and it's sparkly and it's wonderful. And look at the blue geometrics and the zodiacs, and it's... Oh. It is fantabulous. Fan-bloody-tastic. I love it. Calabi Crafts. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Rachel at Calabi Crafts. There it is. But I've put all the links below in the description. Oh, don't go yet, Luna. Because I've got some more from her. Wait till you see what I've got. Oh my god. So she does these surprise packs. She does a small, medium and large. The large is $14.99 and I thought, well, that gets me free postage, so I might as well have one of them. And the medium one is $9.99. I can't remember how small. Oh, thanks, Cody. I can't remember how much the small one is. I'm sorry, I don't remember. I've slept since then. But I treated myself. That's a cute little card and a cute little baggie. Oh, that's going in my journal bag. Now, see, what I've been asked a few times. What sort of stuff do you use? Do you buy stuff for your junk journal? No, not really. I save stuff like this because that's a cute little baggie and that is a cute little card. So that will be used in my journal. Into the bag it goes. This is the large box. Now, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think, given that the theme of the box is space, that she sent me these as extras. I might have purchased this one as an extra, I'm not sure. I do remember putting this one in the basket, but I don't know if I bought it. Anyway, look at this. It is navy blue, but it kind of looks purpley. It's kind of a purpley blue. And it's all witchy stuff. Isn't that beautiful? What a different take on Halloween. Because usually Halloween's all black and orange, isn't it? And speaking of black and orange, she sent this, which I definitely didn't buy. So this is an extra she sent me, which is very nice of her. Thank you, Rachel. And I'm not doing the box because she sent me an extra or because whatever, or because she's promoted it and she's asked me to promote it or anything. I'm doing this because she was really, really nice. She could not have been more helpful or lovely. There are so many different faces on this, I can't even show you them all. Like, all of these are completely different. Oh, hang on. There you go. So these are black and orange and this is opaque. But these are all completely different. I mean, this one's got a moustache on it. And this one's like a little baby with a curl. And this one looks like Mickey Mouse. Or Minnie Mouse. And oh my god, they're amazing. They're just so cool. I love these kind of tapes where you could take each one individually or you could just have a couple of them. So that's the Halloween tapes. And I'm pretty sure I did not pay for these. I'm pretty sure she sent these as extras because I can't find either of them on my orders either. So thank you very much, Rachel. It was very nice of you. I mean, I did spend quite a lot of money. What with the box being 15 quid and everything. But I calculated how many tapes were in, it said were in the box versus what you actually get and how much it would cost to buy them individually. Plus the fact that some of them weren't available in the shop. And I thought, you know what, it's actually cheaper to buy the box. So I bought the box and here it is. This is the box. It came like this with the extra tapes in it. And in the large box you get a pen, which is really cute actually. Look at that. Ooh, needlepoint pen. Oh yeah, mama. Oh yeah, mama. Oh yeah, mama. Oh, that's shiny paper. Can't write on shiny paper, can I? Let's do a pen test. What should we call this? Space pen. Oh, it's a... Oh, it's nice. It's like really... It's like a gel pen, but it's not a gel pen. It's like a... how can I explain it? I don't know. It's like a fluid pen, but it's not really a gel pen. And it doesn't bleed on moleskin paper, so that will be staying in my book. Oh, it's nice. I like this pen. Oh, that's cool, because I was looking for another pen that I could use with this. So that's cool. That'll be staying with that. Excellent. I like that one. I've got Luna. Oh, Luna. Oh, Luna. Sorry, these are all still wrapped up. I haven't unwrapped them yet. Oh, Luna. Find the end of the tape. Like a hybrid pen. Jetstream, like, I don't know, I haven't used a Jetstream. No, not the Jetstream ballpoints. It's like a gel pen hybrid type. Like the Technicas. With the needlepoint nibs. Oh, Luna. Look at the pretty tape with the pretty blue stuff on it. That goes with that one. They match. Just saying. And then I've got a little white one here with more cute packaging. Oh, this is cute. Cosmic Shiz Washi, that's right, yeah. This looks like Sun, Moons and Stars. Can't really see because it's white and it's pale. But let's have a look. Yeah, Sun, Moon and Stars. How cute is that? It's a bit of a different take on the space theme, isn't it? I can put that down there, but I don't think you'll be able to see it on the table. It virtually disappears. More cute packaging. This is a cute little thing, so that'll go in my junk journal box. What happens on Etsy stays on Etsy. Well, I don't spend money on Etsy very often. In fact, I don't remember the last time I bought something on Etsy. So I don't feel bad about it. This is the time of year when sorry, I'm just moving my knee. This is the time of year when I stock up on stuff. I don't buy washi unless I happen to see a piece of washi that I really like in a shop somewhere and it's cheap. I don't generally buy washi outside of this time of year. Because this time of year is when you get all the cool Halloween type washi, which is what I like to use, all the black washi. This one's really pretty as well. So this is, I've got some like this in white that Brenda sent me, I believe. White and gold. And now I've got the black and gold. That I can see being used a lot. And then I've got this one. Again, these little packages are cute. There's no reason why you can't use these little packages. I mean, it's overkill for a washi tape, I think. But at least these are recyclable. And if you take them apart like that and squash them down, you've got a little tuck spot. In fact, I did a tuck spot with one of these with another box like this. In fact, I think it was the same box. This is matte, so instead of having the foiling on, if you're not a big fan of foiling, then this might be a good option for you, because this is more like watercolour background, but it's just as pretty. Just as pretty. In fact, I really like this one. It's a nice blue colour. And I do like I love my black and white washies, and I love my sparkly washies, but I really like blue washi as well. And then this one seems to go with it. This is another one with a really cool, this one looks like it's planets or something. Another cool little box we can use for the journal. So this has, this has constellations and planets on it. That's interesting, because it's got an Aquarius right at the beginning, so obviously I was meant to have this one. Look how pretty that is with all the different colours. And it's kind of random, so it's probably from a big sheet and they've randomised which bits. I like these, they're unusual. They're unusual. Okay, I don't know if this is washi tape or not. Oh yeah, masking tape, so another cute little box. Ah, oh, I love this. This is really cute. Look at this, it's got little UFOs and planets and stuff. My comic nerd is going, oh yay! Oh, I love that. That's really cute. Unusual colours. I wouldn't normally use those kind of colours. Okay, what is this? Oh, these are stickers, and then these are stickers. So I've got these, which are moon stickers. Another cute little box that we can reuse. Moon stickers. This is what I wanted, was the reason I went, oh, I might as well get the box, because I wanted this, this and this, and by the time I put all those in the basket, plus the ones I wanted as well, I was like, I might as well just get a box. It's going to be cheaper, and then I'll have free postage. It's got full moons and half moons and dark moons, and yay. Aren't they cute? I mean, you can buy these on AliExpress for like 28p, but then you've got to wait 3 months for them to arrive, and I'm a bit more instant gratification than that, so I think these are on her shop for £1.50, and they come in like 2 days. And then I've got another set. These are stickers as well. I better hang on to these boxes so that I can put them in my bag, otherwise I'll lose them all. So what's this one? This is all different colours. This is pretty. Oh, it's like silhouettes. So, what's that? The space shuttle? Cody, you live near NASA somewhere, don't you? Is that what that is? Is it a space shuttle, or is it like a... I can't work out if it's a plane on a ship or if it's a space shuttle launcher. But it's cool anyway. I've got a boat. Oh, they're all different. And a yacht, and a schooner, and another yacht. Lots of boats. Lots and lots of boats. I'm not a big boats fan, but they're kind of cool. Oh, a lighthouse. That's interesting. Ooh. Colosseum. So the blue ones are boats, and the pink ones appear to be places of interest. These are very cool. I love the silhouette idea against the coloured background. It's very nice. And then we've got trees. Oh, I like that one. That's very Christmassy. Ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. This is the Bob Ross section. Trees and galaxies. Oh, now this is much more my kind of thing. It's a plane on a plane. It doesn't look like a launcher. Okay. I like the trees and stars. These are really nice. This is my kind of thing. I love these. Oh yeah. These are beautiful. Oh, I like that one. Ooh, that's very Halloween-y. I like that one. And another one. And then we've got, ooh, a unicorn. And another unicorn. And another tree. And a deer. He's very Christmassy. Oh, and a little baby deer. So a buck and a deer. How cute is that? And another tree. Hi, tree. And another tree. And another unicorn. And more deer. These are so cute. More trees. I'm liking these trees. I'm not particularly into unicorns, but I do like the fact that they're silhouettes against a galaxy. That's much more my kind of... If I'm going to have a good unicorn, it's going to be a black silhouette unicorn against a galaxy. More trees. And more trees. And another buck. I don't know how many stickers there are in this set, but it feels like there's millions of them. More My Little Pony type things. And a butterfly. And, oh, I think we're back at the beginning. So that is a ship on top of a ship, is it? Okay. I would have thought it went that way. But I suppose it could be like on an aircraft carrier where they... I don't know. Anyway, yes, very cute. I like them. I will use all of those. If nothing else, these are really cute for putting on the back of envelopes when you send mail and things. So I like these. And I love this. This is really cute. I might have to send a sample of that one to Bun for her little boy's spacey junk journal that she's doing. So I'll put these away. Now, I also bought... I don't normally buy ephemera for junk journaling. I usually just throw in whatever I've got. But I cannot find my bag of Halloween ephemera, and I have stuff to do. I've got 2 classes that I'm doing at the moment that involve Halloween ephemera, plus my junk journal, and yeah, I can't be sitting here with no stuff. So I purchased some more junk journal fodder. I purchased some bits from... Hang on, let's put this back in focus. I purchased some bits from Old Cotton Reel, Vina, over on... there's trees in here. Vina over on Etsy. The Old Cotton Reel. She specialises in packets of themed junk journal stuff, which for me is really handy because one of the things that I struggle with is themed junk journal stuff, books and things, because I buy a book of horror or anything like that. Yeah, all this packaging goes in my junk journal. The only thing I won't use, right, that I'll use, these I'll use. These are cute as tags or boxes or flips or whatever. The only thing I don't use is this stuff because there's no godly reason for using it for anything. It's the only thing I don't use. The boxes themselves, the packing boxes that it came in, I will actually reuse for sending stuff when I send stuff out to people. So, but all of this, yeah, this will all go in my journal. It's all going in my little baggie over here. I buy books to take apart and they never get taken apart because I read the books. So she had a little packet of Halloween horror pages, specifically horror pages for Halloween. So these are all bits of pieces of book pages that came from, like this is about haunted places. This is from Ghost Hunting with Derek Akora, which is just hilarious. Ghosts Who Share Our Homes. I think that's, yeah, that's all from the same book. And then she sent me loads of these places from, do you remember Mildred and Maud? The Witchy Sisters. I used to love Mildred and Maud. Who needed Enid Blyton and her twins at Mallory Towers when you had Enid and Maud? Or Mildred and Maud. That's Mildred and Maud. That's one of the pictures that she sent me. So these are bits from the book. But I also purchased a set of pictures from her, book pictures, because she had text only and she had book stuff. But the book stuff I've already pulled out, but there's bits of Mildred and Maud in there as well, but she's specifically, like, she's cut this bit out because it tells the story of the cat, who was absolutely terrified when he had to ride on the broom and he had to be pried off the broom afterwards. You're new to junk journaling. Well, back in the day, you know, before the internet, because things did happen before the internet, back in the day, we used to just collect junk, like literally junk mail. In fact, I looked at this stuff earlier and went, can I use any of this? Like this stuff, this was what we used for junk journals. And then we painted on it because it was cheaper than buying paper to paint on. That's where junk journals originated. And anyone who was doing an art type degree in the late 80s, early 90s, or did art at college or anything like that, knew how to do a junk journal because that's what we used. Cereal boxes and junk mail. And we turned it into an art journal because the art journals that were available were just too expensive. It was fine art paper. We couldn't afford it. Yeah, I still use some of it sometimes. I was keeping those because I thought, well, maybe I'll make a landscape journal, because these big ones, see, these are A4, you see, so if you cut them across that way, you end up with a landscape journal. So I might do that and just use it for painting on and sketching, because this is nice matte paper as well. So this is all from horror stories, or, you know, if you read through some of it, you can see some of it is from, like, this is from a book of strange things. Little mini stories, prehistoric fingerprints, mysteries, apes of Oregon, the riddle of the red spot on Jupiter, how to take a mental photograph. It's just all sorts of weird stuff. Talking about, this is from Voodoo and Black Magic. Medicine Men. Dr. Gavro. This is from, I don't recognise this book. I've got some some dictionary pages, which are all ghosty and goblin-y and dark and creepy, and Exorcist is on that one. This is from a book of ghosts. Book of ghost stories. So these are short ghost stories. So there's the Rat of Howth. The Ghost of Charles Rosmer from Hidsville in New York. An Unknown Man and Woman from Lagenhoe, Essex. It's just folk tales and stuff of the different encounters people have had with these kind of spooky encounters. And then this is all, I don't know why this is all banded together and the rest of it isn't, but it's a cute band though. That'll go in my journal. Eyes of Darkness. It's from a horror book. Medical horrors. Awesome. See, I wouldn't take apart a book of medical horrors. I would have to read it several times. See more of that ghost story that I didn't recognise. So these are quite cool. Dollar Tree is a good place to pick up books. Yeah, I'm always looking for secondhand books to just tear up, but I have a thing that I don't like tearing up secondhand books. It's weird, I know, because I have a million of them, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I don't know why. I can paint in a secondhand book, but I can't, like, especially if they're like weird and creepy and horror stories and stuff, I just can't do it. I've got a beautiful ghost book over there with all sorts of lovely illustrations. I bought it for junk journaling. I bought it for £2 for junk journaling, but I can't find a second copy of it, so I refuse to take it apart until I can find a second copy to keep. I know, okay, I know. But I'd rather spend a few quid on a selection of pages than several quid on lots of books that I'm just not going to end up taking apart, because I just don't do that. Also, people buy books that you would never think. So, I said I also purchased a set of imagery from her. Now stupidly, I pulled this all apart. This is the bigger stuff, and yes, I will use the glassine envelopes in my junk journal as well, absolutely, but at the moment they're housing my ephemera. So she sent me these are the bigger book pages, obviously from a children's book of some sort. Weird and creepy stuff. A charm against witches. This is a really cool book. I want to find the other one of these, because it's got all little short things in. This is about Baba Yaga. This is from a book about Baba Yaga that she's sent me several pages, and it's all different stories about Baba Yaga. The Skeksis from the Dark Crystal. Oh, there's another of those story pages. The Elderly Seaman. Cool. More Baba Yaga. How to make an ogre mask. It's like a kid's thing. The old papier-mâché on a balloon thing. More Dark Crystal imagery. That's Jen, isn't it? And like I said, she sent me a load of these little bits of pages that have got the witches on. She also sent me some images from the Roald Dahl's The Witches. I don't feel bad defacing books. The kind of books that I use in my junk journaling are also the kind of books that I keep. So it's kind of tricky. If I find one that's literally falling apart, I will use it. Absolutely. So, sheesh, I've got quite a few of these, like this. I need to find this book. This is one of those horrible history type books it's from. She sent me loads of these, and they've all got little rhymes on. The ghost of bold Ned Kelly came to haunt my Auntie Nellie, and when I saw her in the light, it was the ghost that got the fright. A keen traffic warden named Hector was killed by a hit-and-run rector. With evident pride, Hector sighed as he died. This makes me a traffic inspector. This is just my kind of thing. I love it. I want this book. I need to find this book. It looks like one of those 1980s kind of... You feel sorry for toys in charity shops. Yeah, I'm a bit like that. I get weird stuff. Honestly, the new Andrex toilet rolls have puppies on them, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. This imagery looks very familiar. It's like Roald Dahl type imagery, and I'm sure it's from like the Horrible Histories or something like that. So. But it's all ghost things. Sir Hector was a spectre, and he loved a lady ghost. At midnight he'd collect her, and he'd drive her to the coast. And there upon the shingle they would rattle all their bones, and ocean's sounds would mingle with their melancholy moans. Oh. love this kind of stuff. There's one with, I've put it at the back because it's going on my Dracula page. When Dracula went to the blood bank, he thoroughly flustered the staff, for rather than making a donation, he drew out 1.5 pints. Oh, it's so silly, but I love it. Anyway. So that's the stuff from Old Cotton Reel, and I also got, which was actually why I purchased from her, is because she had these, which are really cool. You get a lot of printables and stuff that are like old labels and things and stuff like that. You don't very often get the actual labels. But these are proper, unused, vintage labels. And they're all chemical stuff. They're the old pharmacy type labels. So we've got zilferin chloride, aqueous solution, essence of peppermint from Max Pharmacy, castor oil, Epsom salts, another essence of peppermint, purified water, deionized water, tincture of merthiolate, which sounds poisonous, the good drugstore, lime water, borax, cowpectate, kaolin, so it's kaolin oil, cowpectate, spirit of turpentine, not for internal use, couch's liver pills, sulphur and saltpetre, for household and veterinary use only. So I thought those were well worth picking up. They're proper original sticky labels in very good condition. I thought those would be rather cool. My inner kitchen witch was like, ooh, I'll have a few of those. What else do I have? Right, so a lot of people were asking about my journal bag, so here we go. Leads nicely onto that, so I can put this back in here. So this is my journal bag. This is what I use for my junk journaling. Kaolin and Morph. Oh my god, Kaolin and Morph. Practically lived on the stuff as a kid. Back in the days when it was like, oh, it'll be fine, just give them some cocaine or morphine or something, it'll be fine. It's just an upset stomach, give them some morphine. I'm surprised any of us lasted through the 70s, I really am. Okay, sorry, I was just reorganising that bit to make it fit. It doesn't fit. So this is my journal bag. This... my other one's split, so this is a slightly different one to the one I had before. The one I had before is a... They're not even allowed to sell it now, no. Morphine is strictly regulated, and kaolin is on the poisons list. No, what the white one was calamine lotion. Kaolin and Morph was pink, wasn't it? Oh, it was vile. Anyway... So I have different bags depending on what I'm doing, and they all live on top of my little trolley, which is behind me there. Okay, there's my little trolley, and all of my little baggies live on top of my trolley, and I pull out what I want and I take it with me. So this is the one that I take with me for my junk journaling specifically. So it's all to do with adding crap to books, as opposed to my art case, which is separate. I'll show you that in a minute. This is one of those little bag-in-bag things. So it's got a zipper on each side, which I very rarely do up because I'm lazy. And I've usually got stuff in here that's too big for the zippers. But it is kind of handy to be able to do that. Stuff doesn't generally fall out of it because it's plastic. Oh, Ipecac. Ipecac. Ipecac was one of those, if it doesn't kill you, it'll cure you things. So this is slightly different to a lot of the junk journal bags because A, mine is clear because I don't care about mess. I like to be able to see what I've got. And B, I was more happy to buy this for £2.99 than I was to pay 30 odd quid for one of those ridiculous Delphonics pouches which I'd put stuff in and never see it again because it's not clear. So yeah, Ipecac, that if you were already sick it made you want to die, and if you were just a bit sick it made you throw up everywhere. Ipecac was what your mother gave you as when she thought you were trying to get a day off school sick. And she brought out the Ipecac and then you were sick. That way you never skived off school. Oh, I'm feeling a bit sick, right out with the Ipecac. You know, I feel better already. I think I'll be fine. Yeah, if you weren't really ill, you were suddenly better and on your way to school, yeah. I never had that problem. I used to go to school even if I was at death's door. In fact, quite often my mum would send me off to school and end up walking down to the school half an hour later to come and pick me up because I was being sent home sick because I was too ill to be there. Craft bags and pouches are stupidly expensive. This is £2.99 on eBay. It's £5.99 if you go on it, Amazon, and want it the next day. I waited a couple of days for mine and saved myself the £3. And instead, I purchased something else with my £3, which is a set of these. Well, you saw my little case just now, a set of these in 4 different sizes. They're toiletry bags. It's a toiletry bag set. But they were £2.99 on Amazon. And they're really handy. So, alongside this, I have 2 bags, which are these. And I mix and match depending on what I'm going to be doing. So I have a big one here. This is the first of the set, which is all larger pieces. So this is all large pieces of paper or material that could potentially be an entire page. Or, you know, if I took a bit of that and a bit of that, I could add a really, a huge page. I could add an entire page to my book by putting them together. So pieces that are big enough to be a base go in here. And that just lives under my thing there. So a lot of these, like these, I wouldn't necessarily use them as pages on their own. Some of them I might. These are probably just fold in half and use as base pages. That one I'd probably use as an actual background image. These I would probably cut them out and then put them together because there's 2 of them. And then I could put something like this on the back. That's far too big to use as an image. I suppose you could cut it down there. I would probably cut it there and use it as a half and half type page or a fold out. So these are big enough to be used as background pages. I don't separate all my stuff into this is plain paper and this is text paper and this is craft paper. I can't be doing with all that. I don't understand how anybody can work like that. I've got big bits, small bits, medium-sized bits, and itty-bitty little bits. And then I've got a box of scraps, which is just all sorts of crap. So, yeah, this is proper paper bits that lives on my desk. And also, usually on top of it is my second bag, which is my bag of stamps. These are all the stamps I own, apart from a couple of specialist stamps that are for like cards or greetings or whatever. I've got all my stamps and my stamp pad. I've got a couple of other stamp pads that should probably be in there, but I usually use the black one, so I don't really bother. That also lives down there with that. And then under here, I've got this box, which is the box I work out of. At the moment, it's got a few extra bits and pieces because when I cleared my desk yesterday, I threw a load of stuff in here that shouldn't actually be in here, like that. Should not be in there. None of this should be in here, you know. This should all be in there. But mostly this is just bits of magazines and stuff that I've already started using it, and then I've chucked it in here because I want to use it again later, or because I liked that pattern and, you know, tore this bit off and I'll use that again later, or because like that I will probably use November 5th for fireworks night, which is upcoming, so that'll be used soon. Bits of packaging, bits of paper that I've written on, scraps of stuff that I've cut off, that kind of thing. So that's just a box of odds and ends. It's not really that organised, and that just kind of sits on my desk. So I mix and match the insides depending on what I want. If I'm going to be doing any stamping, I usually take my stamps out and put them in one of these that I know I want, because I wouldn't use all of those stamps in one go. I might want my alphabet stamps and my black thing, so I'll just chuck them in one of these. These are just photo album type things. They unfold. I can't remember how they unfold, but they unfold. And you can actually hook them all together as well, but I can't remember how to do that. But you can turn them into a concertina file and all sorts. She does have some cute monster washi that's just come in today. So I've got a few of these that I bought for photo organisation, but I don't use them for photo organisation anymore because I don't have pre-printed photos. This was back in the day when you used to order sets of photos. I don't do that anymore, I print my own. So I've always got a couple of those hanging around. So generally in here, how shall I start? Shall I start from one side and work to the other? Outside in. Let's do outside in. So on the outside pockets, there's 3 outside pockets this side and there's 2 this side. On this side I've got my tin of paper clips and staples, which has got a big magnet in it, so that when it falls over, it doesn't all fall out. And I've got my whiteout tape, which I actually mostly use in my bullet journal, but this is, I do write sometimes with this. I've got my double-sided tape and a bit of embroidery floss that I was using for putting books together. And then I've got all my washi tape samples on here. I usually take all my washi tapes off and put them on here, but these are ones that I'm using at the moment. Plus my spare card for slapping things down. And then on the other side, I don't know why it's sitting lopsided, I think it's because of my printer. I bought a sprocket second-hand on eBay. It's a little bit temperamental, but it works fine once you get it going. And honestly, it's not really that much hassle to get it going. But for 30 quid, not bad, and it works on my iPhone. I'm selling my Pogos because they don't work on my iPhone anymore. And that, because it's plastic, and this sticks in here, this doesn't come out easily. Now, you might not like that, but I like that because it means if my bag gets knocked over, this doesn't fall out. So you have to actually fight that in and out. And usually I have my charger next to it, but my charger is plugged in over there. And then on this side, I've got my glue stick, I've got my stapler, and I've got my penknife. This is a lot safer than carrying a craft knife around the room with me, obviously. So I tend to carry a craft knife and safety scissors around the room, and everything sharp stays on my desk. Okay, so then on the ends, I've got clips and things on the end. I got this cute little fox clip, which I can't remember who sent me that, Amber or Ashley, one of the two. And I've got a couple of bulldog clips, because you can always use bulldog clips. And then on this end, I have my pens, and I generally use a ballpoint pen, a gel pen, I've got a water brush, although I haven't, oh yes I have put watercolours in here now. I've got a water brush, I've got a sketching pen, and then I've got Uniball Signos in white, copper, silver and sparkly red, because gothic in it. I've got a sparkly purple one for you, Rachel. I need to send it to you because I don't use it. It's purple and it's sparkly. You'll love it. So I just stick all my pens on there basically. I don't have a separate pencil case for my art journaling because I've got a proper pencil case that I have for sketching and stuff. Okay, so then I've got two of these pockets. So there's one here and there's one here. This one is full of random imagery type stuff, and it's all stuff that I know I want to use fairly soon, so a lot of it is Halloween related at the moment. I also tend to put photos in here. There's some photos, and I've got my rub-ons and bits of ephemera that I've pre-made. I don't pre-make ephemera very often, but I had already pre-made some ephemera for this book. And I may or may not use it. And I've also got some moleskin sketch paper. I cut some, if you're very careful with a moleskin sketchbook, you can cut the strings on the inside of a signature and pull 2 pages out, and the others will stay together because they're glued together. But these come out easily. So I've got a couple of these library card type things, and I've got this, which is from the range. It's a mixed paper block. They come in 4 different sizes, and it's black paper, craft paper, and white paper, and they are just the right thickness for sketching on and things. So they're quite handy to have if I don't have my sketchbook with me specifically, or I want to draw something to put in my junk journal. I can use that. So those are all in there. And on this, in this pocket, I've got stickers and stuff. So this is mostly sticker sheets. And I've also got, so these are all sticker sheets. These are all bigger ones than fit in my pouches. My big witchy stickers, my blackboard stickers, and I've also got my stencil that I use. I draw around this to do boxes for sketching in. And I've got my watercolour tin, which is, oh, and I've also got a spare pack of paper for my sprocket. This was originally a chocolate box tin, and I took my koi watercolours out and put them in here because that ridiculous size tin was just stupid. The tin that they come in is stupid, so I took it out. This is just a piece of stay wet paper that I do use for mixing. My proper watercolours are in my art case, but this I just use for like backgrounds and stuff like that. And then in the middle here, I've got a couple of random bits apparently that I haven't put away. I've got this bag of medium-sized ephemera, which is what we were looking at earlier. This is all just Large journal cards, bits from magazines. This is paper from my Yeti, my microphone, but these Yetis are really cute, so I kept them. It's mostly bits of packaging and stuff, and magazine pictures and book pictures. This is from Maud and Millie. Journal cards, bits of scrap paper that are easily chunkable into strips, or that I've cut strips off and they're useful. Bits of coffee dyed napkin that are spare. All the kind of things that you just layer up. Like with this sort of stuff, you can take something like that. You know, you've got a bit of paper in your book that you don't like, so you take a bit of that and a bit of that. And maybe a bit of this. Quite like the bird, so let's put that there. A bit of that, maybe across. Let's put that under there, maybe. Like that. And then, what else have we got? A bit of text paper. Bit of that. Layer that napkin over the top, and there you go, you've covered up the paper you didn't like with a new background. That's the kind of stuff that's in this bag. So it's not necessarily bits and pieces that I want to use as focal points, it's more stuff that I would use as backgrounds or as cover-ups. Got some double-sided tape. This is the smallest of these 4 bags. This has got all my little bits in it, so it's got things like word cutouts and stuff, and these little punches from scrapbook things. That's from a Courtney Diaz principle, but it's laminated, so I popped it in there. I got some stamps, little bits of that coffee paper, because if you put 2 pieces of paper together, like this, and let's say that and that, okay? Oh look, you've got a straight line. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't like straight lines in my journaling, so I will take a little bit of this stuff, which is just offcuts of coffee dye paper. It's actually coffee dyed napkin, like kitchen towel. Bit of that over the top of there, and look, suddenly the straight line's gone. It adds a whole new element to it without doing anything in particular. So that's a really simple way of getting rid of straight lines, is just to use a bit of torn up coffee napkin. And then I have these 2 little things, which are, nope, that won't go back in. Come on, go back in, go back in, go back in. These 2, which are photo things, which this one is all journal cards and other type stuff. So it's got post-its and these little bits, cards, and large pieces of ephemera that I can use as focal points, and little envelope things, gift cards, a couple of tags, that kind of stuff. So I guess kind of pre-made ephemera, if you like. A couple of large labels. And then this one is all sticky stuff. So this is, well, sticky stuff in little bits. So I've got a cool bat there. More post-its. I've got these little folders, which I don't use them to actually use in my journals. I use them as templates and I cut them out of other stuff. But I've got the whole set of Marianne Moss's printables. These are free on her site. If you just put in Marianne Moss free label printables, these come up. It's PDF. It's one of the most popular PDFs I've ever seen. Everybody uses these. I just print them in slightly different colours. And then I've got another one here. This is the one I used for a template, but it's also got some mini journaling cards. And I've got a set of mini tarot cards that I use as well. Playing cards, not tarot, not journaling cards. Post-its, interesting post-its. I don't use plain post-its very much. These I think Carrie Harling sent me, and I do use those. Some labels, some bits of stuff out of books, postage labels, customs labels, stickers from Bun, stickers from sets, bits of double-sided, not double-sided, sticky back plastic. See you later, Burgess. Couple of bits from Courtney, some Bitmoji stickers. These cute little people stickers. Aren't they adorable? They're all little national costumes. Really cute. Large floral stickers. Got a big set of these vellum stickers. I've just purchased actually on AliExpress. I bought the medical ones. There's a set of medical ones and there's a set of architecture ones, which are all black and whites. And I really like those. I like those more than the floral ones, actually. I don't know why vintage automatically means coffee stained and floral, but it doesn't have to. Trust me. These are very nice, but they're, you know, some of them are quite me, because this is from the set of the Memento Mori set. So they've got a lot of red roses and Victorian, you know, morning hands and morning jewellery and that kind of stuff. But generally the flowery ones are not very me. Got a set of sets of label tab things and my new chemical tabs, labels, things. What I'll probably do with these, because these are originals, so what I'll probably do is, because they're both originals and vintage, they're not covered by copyright. So what I'll probably do is put them in my scanner so that I can reuse them later as some more printables for me. I mean, obviously I wouldn't resell them or anything. That would be mean. No, don't go and do that. There's somebody on Etsy selling them. But for the actual labels themselves, I've bought these, so I don't see any reason why I can't scan them and reprint them for me. How do you keep tabs on all your bits and bobs? Well, this is all the bits and bobs I have, so I pretty much know exactly what I've got and where it is. I don't have drawers and drawers and drawers full of ephemera. This is pretty much it. I have a couple of books separate that I use that are like books that I actually do pull things out of, but those are full books and I haven't taken them apart. I just pull out bits that I want from them. So like I've got yeah, so there's nothing to keep tabs off. It's all there, or in those bags that I've shown you. That's it. And it all lives on my desk or on my trolley. But I've got books like, for instance, can't actually see any of my books because I cleared my desk last night. So I've got this big crafter-lunch happening over here. But I do have books that I pull pages out of, but they're usually kept as books. I don't take them out and then have boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. Well, I have, no, my Halloween stuff is in another bag like this with a zip on it. It's just like, it's a lot bigger because all of my Halloween stuff is mostly what I use. But I haven't lost it so much as put it down underneath something else, I think, because I have a sneaky suspicion it's on that chair over there underneath a couple of boxes, and that's why I couldn't find it. But I am in the middle of moving my studio around, so it's not really fair to say, well, you lose this and you lose that. Yeah, I do, but I'm moving my studio, so if you could see the state of my studio, you'd understand why I have no idea where it is. But before I moved my studio around, I knew exactly where everything was. But it's not like I have boxes of this and boxes of that, and then I go and have this and that and everything else. That's it. I've got a lot of art supplies. Art supplies is a whole different ballgame. But my ephemera, that's pretty much it. Except obviously for my fabric ephemera, my lace, all that, that's all in a little thing down there underneath my thing down there, which I can just pull the boxes out when I need them. This is my art case, so when I'm doing arty stuff, this is what I carry instead of that. Which means that there's some duplicates, because I've got some duplicates in here, like my white pen. I've got a white pen in each one. That way I don't have to carry this to have my white pen. I've just got that one. So this is my... This is not a... somebody called this a Lee Hit Lab, I think they called it. It's not a Lee Hit Lab, it's a home cube. Oh, there's that picture I was looking at for a reference. So I've got my tweezers that I use when I can't lift things up off of plastic. This is a neat little thing that actually sits up like that, and you can put your pens in it and in and out of it. It's really handy to have it just sat like that. And I normally have, I've got my ruler under there, and I normally have my scissors. Where are my scissors? I must have used my scissors and left them out somewhere. And because I cleared my desk off to change my table yesterday, a little bit more chaos than normal. But my scissors are around somewhere. They're probably behind my sewing machine. I've got my Palomino Blackwing, my brush pen, a couple of hybrid Technicas which I like to write with, my Colorino which I like to sketch with. I've got my beloved 3-colour with a pencil bit ballpoint, which is probably the pen I use more than anything. I've got my additional colours ballpoint pen in here, and of course I've got a regular black one for just ordinary sketching. And so I know which side is which. That is the side that I use most is the one that's got my Jack Skellington on. And then this side is art materials, more specifically. So in this this is paper clips and bulldog clips and things like that. In here I got a little baggie of pencils. Like, these are all my nub pencils that I'm left with, so I just, rather than carrying loads of colours around with me, I carry the colours I know I'm using, and then I have those little nubs for faces and stuff. I've got a bit of not double-sided, I keep calling it double-sided. It's not double-sided, it's sticky back plastic. But I'm always using this stuff, so I tend to carry a bit everywhere. And then these are all the colours that I'm using for things that I'm working on at the moment, which is my Pegasus and my Phoenix from class. More bulldog clips. You can never have too many bulldog clips. Another one of those little white-out things, and I've also got one over here that's on my desk. So I've basically got one of certain things everywhere that I sit. One thing of washi tape. I don't need loads because I've got washi tape on my desk, but if I'm sat over there sketching, sometimes I want washi tape. And then I've got these little washi tapes that Arisha sent me. These are adorable. You know, little black cats with orange with black cats. I've got little grey cats, which are very cute. I've got little black cats with pumpkins and things, witchy cats for Halloween. I've got little orange pumpkins, and my favourite, this is I thought it was a cat originally, but it's a little dog. It's a Shibu, like you know, those little Japanese ones, but it looks like Maddie. So cute. And then on this side I've got art type pens. So I've got, you know, another silver. There's my other black pen that should have been in the other side. I've got a couple of pencils. copper and silver. I should have a white pen in here somewhere, but I must have left it by my bedside table. I've got a spare glue stick. My vellum tape, because although I do use this for junk journaling, I more often use it for edging papers when I'm painting. An eraser that should be over in there. I don't know why it's hanging around this side. Got some paint brushes, proper paint brushes, and my decent watercolours. And then I've got 2 pockets on the front that I don't really use, but I use this pocket just for, you know, when I'm printing out come on, think. Sprocket prints. They tend to get misplaced very easily, so I just pop them in there, face down, so they don't get scratched. And in this one I usually have my charger for my phone, but my phone is charging at the moment, so. And then I've got all my pins. I don't have a massive amount of pins on here because most of my pins are on my jacket. But I do have my Hogwarts and Ravenclaw ones here. This one was from a charity, a dog charity of some kind that my friend gave me, but she gave me 2 of them. So I've got one on here and one on my jacket, and this was from the Urban Sketchers thing. And I don't put that on my jacket because all of my other ones on my jacket are dark, and this one stands out like a sore thumb. So, there you go. And that's that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my stash. See you later, guys. So yeah, keeping track of things isn't really an issue because, like, I don't have millions of stamps. I've got these. And I have a container full of, like, specialist stuff. So, like, all of my Christmas stuff and my happy birthday stuff or anything like that, that is all in one box together. I don't have, like, all my stamps for this and stamps for that all separated. This is the stuff I use all the time, and then everything else is, you know, special occasions and stuff is the stuff that I don't use very often, except for my bag of specifically Halloween stuff, which I can't bloody find because I managed to misplace it. Cody keeps telling me it's under fabric, so I do think it might be on that chair, because on that chair I have a set of curtains that I need to hem, and another set of curtains that I'm going to turn into one curtain for that window, because that's a really long window. It's hard to get curtains for, so I buy 2 short curtains and I sew them together to make one long curtain, and that works. But that one's been getting a bit grotty now, so I want to redo that. And I think Cody keeps telling me that my bag of Halloween ephemera is underneath fabric, and apart from my quite organised stash of sewing fabric down in that box, everything I own fabric wise is over on that chair waiting to be turned into curtains and things when I get my proper sewing machine out. So I think they're over there on that chair. I'll have to let you know, Cody. Oh, this is still hurting. But yeah, I don't have a ton of different stuff, and I use these, I have these drawers over here, this is where I keep my tools and stuff, but because I have a very generous idea of what I consider tools, I've also got my nail kit in here, because when I'm looking for things like tools, my nail kit classes as tools, so this is where I would look for it. I've got little boxes of stuff that people have sent me specifically that I'm keeping separate. Bits of nail varnish and stuff. I've got my sewing machine stuff, junk things. You know, this is all just a mishmash of all sorts of things, but I know where it is because I don't have any other jump rings, so they're all in there. I've got all my bobbins for my machine. my other charger, my decal scissors, stuff like that that I use all the time. So I know where they are simply because I use them a lot. This is all bits of, I think Ashley sent me these. These are all little bits of post-it notes and stuff. But I know they're there, so I'm not worried about forgetting that I have got them, and I don't want to take them out and put them in there because then I will forget that I've got them. But I've got 8 of those drawers, and I tend to put different projects in. So I've got one for my Alice in Wonderland one, and all of my Alice in Wonderland themed stuff is in it. And that's what I'm looking for my Halloween stuff, because my Halloween stuff was going to go in there, and it's not in there. Hadn't got around to putting it in there, so now I can't find the bag. Anyway, so, oh, there's my scissors. There we go. I knew they were around somewhere. It's not organised. It's not organised at all. I work by size, and I don't have a massive amount of stuff. And what I do have, I don't keep it in sets. Like, all of my coloured pencils are over there, and they're organised into colours I use a lot and colours I don't use a lot. I don't keep, oh, this is my Inktense pencils, and this is these pencils, and this is these pencils. I don't do it like that. I can't do it like that. My brain doesn't function like that. If I'm looking for a red pencil, I don't want to look in 12 different places for the same pencil. I just want to look in one pot and go, right, here's all my reds, which one do I want? It's organised for my brain. You probably think it's organised, Rachel, because that's how you organise things. Cody probably thinks it's very organised as well, because that's how she organises things. Stuff she uses a lot and stuff she doesn't. But so I'll do a quick flip. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, you've already seen this. I finished my first signature almost, so I am absolutely loving being back in a junk journal. It's just so freeing to just throw stuff in here and not give a damn. Not like give a damn anyway, but you know, when you're stuck with, it's so easy to get into the mindset of, oh, this is a square book and I can't put things that don't fit in the book. Whereas in a junk journal, it doesn't matter that things don't fit. It really doesn't. Whereas you have a nice even book like this, and the minute you have one thing that sticks out, it starts to bug you. But when you have things that it all sticks out because none of it is the same size, it doesn't bug you. Well, that's how my brain works anyway. I couldn't have something sticking out of here. That would drive me insane. But this, I don't mind this at all, because it's not meant to be the same size. In fact, it bugs me if I find a couple of pages that are the same size. I have to move them around. Where did I get to? Oh, that one should be in there. That's a belly band, actually. Made from a piece of mail from... Excuse me. By Bun. Let's flip up. Hello, go back in there. Come on. Hi, baby. I like this with all the little bits where it opens up like that. Oh, I've got a spare spot there. I'm so far behind with the Draw the Wing Club. I've done vampires, catacombs. I drew a bat the other day. Yeah, I'm up to number 4. We're on number 9. I'm a bit behind. This is that washi tape box that I was talking about. You see, I cut out the bit of the washi tape box and I used the tab at the top. And I put the cards in for the Etsy shops. This all folds out like crazy, so that's got something in it as well. Hanky. Catacombs, that's the second one. The face you make when you realise it's only October the 7th. It's too long to Halloween! I've got to find a better way of fixing that in because it doesn't want to stay. I'm going to have to do something with that. I've got some journaling to go there. This is Caesar. I don't know if you know the dog on Instagram who answers yes and no. He's very cute. Kathy's a friend of mine. I've known her for quite a long time. And Caesar lost his froggy, so I sent him a froggy and he loves it. He keeps carrying it around with him. And that is the end of the first signature. So that I will, once I've written on that page, I'll take that out, sew it together. Started on the next one already. I've got a sketch that's going there. My bat is going to go there. I've started putting things together for these pages. Got all these crows and things, and ravens and stuff, and then her. I'm thinking I might do a bigger page. I don't know. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a page that big or bigger one. And then I've got this guy as well. So this is sketch paper. So yeah, I'm playing around with that. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. It might end up in my other book. This one, I was getting a bit fed up with the green, so I added some new papers in. So this is all different to what you've seen before. This is a lot of, I found my Halloween scrapbooking paper. So it's a real mishmash of just all sorts. Do not care, just throw it in. And this is Unbound, so I can take these out because I like to sew on paper. So anytime I want to take this, like if I wanted to stitch something onto here, I just whip this out and throw it through the machine. My machine is right here, my little tabletop machine. I've got a proper sewing machine over there, but this is a little mini machine that I just throw papers through. And then I bind signatures when I finish the signature. This has got a few more pages in than the first signature because I got a bit carried away with Halloween paper. This one's got a few extra pages in it to break up the green, but it goes back to green. Bats! Love that paper. Trick or treat. The good thing about Halloween and having dogs is that everything is trick or treat. And Miss Maddie knows the answer is treat. A bit of a painting that I did, some from pictures from haunted house thing, a bit of vellum, some printables, some old pages that I'm going to cover up. Yeah, the witch. Also, because it's not bound, anytime I want to move a piece of paper around, I can. Or add a piece of paper or take one out or whatever. So if the signature starts getting to the point where I feel it's too chunky, because I add a lot. Like this started out as 7 pages. 7 pieces of paper. Not 7 pieces of paper, 7 pages. And you can see how chunky it is now. So if this starts getting too chunky, I'll just take some pages out and put them in the last signature. This one hasn't changed. So yeah, nearly finished this one. I've got a couple of bits to finish off and write in there. I've got some writing on the back of there. I've got a sketch on there. I've also got another sketch I want to do to go in this section. Ooh, excuse me. And then this was started last night. Can't seem to junk journal. It's funny because I can collage with no problem. My workbooks have bits sticking out and are bulky, and that's fine, but for some reason I just can't junk journal. What exactly are you trying to do that you think is junk journaling, Luna? Because it might be that you're already doing junk journaling, you're just doing it in a book as opposed to grabbing bits and throwing it together. There might be so much that is incorporated as part of junk journaling in your journal that you don't get the point. For many years I didn't get the point of art journaling because I was already doing it apparently. I just didn't understand that's what everybody was talking about. Without wanting to sound emotional or gushy, I wanted to say thank you for just accepting me for being me. I've not been on my current path for long and I find it very hard to mingle or make friends. This is the first time watching a live broadcast and I feel so accepted. Ah, no, we don't care. We really don't care. We're very nice and we don't care. Okay. There are all sorts of people in my community. Come on over and join our Trello. I should get the link for that, shouldn't I? Come join our alumni over on Trello. It's my chat board. Where's my... Whoops. Let me get the link. Because I don't know if Cody knows how to get the link. So I'm going to get the link because I do. Copy link. Voila. Hey Crow. Just wrapping up. There you go. There's my Trello. Come on over and join us. It's a very nice place to chat and share stuff. Because you coordinate. What do you mean by coordinate? Do you mean like scrapbooky type coordinate, scrapbooky art journal-y type coordinate? Like you do a spread? Because I coordinate. Ish. It's my birthday tomorrow. Oh, happy birthday, Fee. Really wish I was born on Halloween. Oh, don't talk about being born on Halloween. Rachel was born on November 2nd and she's been pissed off about it for 45 years. I coordinate. Look, this is all orange and black, look. Orange and black and Halloween and fall and cream and stuff. Autumn, October, pumpkin spice lattes. I coordinate. Look, this is all red. Don't let your hair down with it. I'd have to see what you do to really understand. I don't think I've ever seen one of your journals, Luna. But I will one day because I'm coming down there. At some point, me and Maddie are going to descend. You were supposed to be born on November 2nd. Oh, you were early then. My partner was born 4 days before Halloween. Yeah, my ex was 27th of October as well. And it's your anniversary. This is a nice TN, isn't it? This is my Janelli fish one. It's the first one she ever made. I don't know if it's the first one she ever made. It's the first custom one she ever made. Have I sewn the signatures together yet? No. I work in loose signatures, so my signatures start off looking like this. Well, except for these bits that I've added in. My signatures start off looking like this, and this is all just shoved in my TN under the elastic. It's not sewn together because I like to move things around. First, I thought you were on the second, Rachel. Oh, no wonder you're pissed off. Okay. So this one is finished. This signature is finished. I've got a couple of more bits and pieces to do in it. And then I'm finished. And once I've finished this signature, I will take it out of the binding and sew it together. And then I've got a signature ready to go into a book, but I don't have a book spare yet to put the signatures into. So I'll just wait till I've got a couple of signatures and put them all together. But they're kind of ongoing, really. I started off with coordinated sections that were going to go into specific books, and I've kind of done away with that, and I just throw stuff in now. I like the eclectic, gather it as you go feel to it. I don't enjoy so much working in a book that's pre-made because I feel restricted. I do have this one, which I'm working in as well. Oh, this is my craft lunch. Hang on, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hang on a minute. Wait. Okay. Oh, there's my phone, look. I found my phone. This is my Dark Alice's grimoire that Lex and Bew Journals made me, that I've been playing in. I don't know. I love this book. I absolutely love it. But I'm finding it much harder to settle into it. I'm doing my Halloween Chronicles in it, and I'm really not getting as far with it as I would like because somehow I can't get into the book, and I don't know why. I've got lots of bits of pages put together that I'm... I absolutely love this. I just can't... It's taking me time to get into it. This is my vampire page I was working on. No, ghosts. Haven't done anything more with this yet because it's... I don't know, I don't know what's wrong with it. I just don't like it yet. I think I need to just sit and do a spread in it so that's finished. I'm jumping around too much, maybe trying to do bits and pieces. There is a full flip of this. So it's beautiful. Oh, look at all this. Ugh, love it. This is going to be all my dark type stuff because I do like the darker side of stuff. I have a book of shadows, but it's mostly my workbook. But I like to do research on weird things like poison plants and stuff like that. So I'm doing my Halloween Chronicles in it because that's all monsters and things. So we've got... Where are my monster pages? Not find any of my pages. I've done one on Dracula and I've done one on that one on ghosts. I can't find any of them. I might have to start bookmarking. Oh, there we go. There's Dracula. I started this one. Again, this one isn't finished. I want to add some paint to this one. My Renfield washi tape is going to go in here with... You wouldn't want to do cover any of it. Oh, I love it. I love this. This is my werewolf. This is going to be my werewolf page. I love this book. It's beautiful. It's just taking me a while to get into it. I think because it's so thick and so chunky, and it's got so much of somebody else's personality in it at the moment. Oh, did I not give you the... Oh, I gave you the wrong link. There we go. That's why. Hang on. Sorry. 1 second. I will get you the invite. There we go. I got the wrong link, sorry. That was the link that Cody could have got, which is the wrong one. There you go. That's the one you need. That'll add you to the team, and then I'll add you to the... I add everybody to the board as we go. Sorry about that. So... I'm enjoying it. I think I just need to, because I'm working on stuff for the class and trying to move stuff on Trello and other stuff, I'm not as organised as I should be, and I need to just sit down and do some of this. So I think that might be, those of you in Halloween Chronicles, I think this weekend, I don't have a, if I'm right, I don't have a urban sketching thing this weekend, so I might spend some time over the weekend. Let me just double check. Yeah, that urban sketching thing was done last week, so that one shouldn't be there. So yeah, I might do some work in this, in the class chat. Might do a class chat Saturday morning or something. So if you're in class, keep an eye out for that, because I need to just spend some time playing with this, I think. It's also a much bigger format than I'm used to working in. I don't normally work this big. This is more the size that I'm used to working in. So I think I need to implant my own personality on this one. Could be your issue. It's all set up, but you're like, Yeah. That's why I like making books as I go, because it's whatever I feel like at the moment. Dog needs to potty. Oh, priorities. Maddie's asleep, so. Hi, baby. Oh, big warm tummy. Hello, Bubba. Yeah, so there you go. That's it. That's all I got. I'll give puppy pets from everybody. Yeah, so there's the link to Trello if anybody wants to come and join the alumni. Subscribers and students are welcome. Patrons, anybody? We are a very eclectic lot. The more the merrier. Come and play. And I think that's it for today, really. I've run out of steam now and I've still got a headache, so I think I might have to go and take some headache tablets. I didn't think I'd need headache tablets with the amount of things I'm on for my knee, but apparently paracetamol is better for headaches than ibuprofen. Thanks for coming on today. I really love these. Oh, thank you. Cool. I like to just sit and chat with people. I know a lot of people don't like lives where there's no plan or there's no particularly anything to happen, but you know, That's what I like to do. I like to just sit and chat with you all and show you what I'm doing and play with stuff and things like that. Oh, my bullet journal, because I did say I was going to continue doing bullet journals. I am going to continue doing bullet journals. The problem I've run up against is this. Since I started my junk journal back up again, because I'm seasonal, I journal during the winter and I sketch outside during the summer, and it's got too cold to sketch outside, so out come the junk journals. And since I've started junk journaling again, I basically have not touched my bullet journal very much at all, because all of my journaling is going into my junk journal. So what I've got at the moment for my bullet journal is this little thing, and it is literally, I didn't use my bullet journal at all since the 19th of September until the beginning of October, and now I've just got this, which is just, you know, what I need to do today. I've literally completely abandoned everything I love about bullet journaling. And I've just started writing lists of what I need to do, because I've got so much going on that is more practical for me at the moment. But I'm sure I will get back into my bullet journal. Just at the moment, I'm kind of doing so much junk journaling and running classes, because I'm running this class, I'm doing my When Frogs Sing class, I'm doing my Halloween Chronicles class, I'm also doing Mab's Drawloween challenge. I've also got commissions I'm working on and a couple of private bits and pieces that I'm working on. And I'm also kind of, well, not kind of, but I am trying to organise my Christmas class as well. Plus, we, as usual, right in the middle of my busiest season, I decided to move my webpage, because I do that. So all sorts of chaos is breaking out, and yeah, I just ended up going with, I can take paracetamol and ibuprofen together, yes, and they usually work. But you'd think with the amount of ibuprofen I'm taking, I wouldn't have a headache. I shouldn't have a headache with the amount of ibuprofen I'm taking, but apparently paracetamol is better for... this is just easier for me at the moment, because it's literally... It's not that I particularly care about what my bullet journal looks like or anything like that. It's just that I really do not care about this. Like, literally, I could happily rip a page out and not even think about it. Whereas my bullet journal, I don't like doing that. So I just got lists of stuff that I need to do in here. And my brain, it's like Cody's ongoing thought process at the moment. It's kind of like a... Bloody mosquitoes. It's kind of like a running dialogue of my brain, really. I will get back to my proper bullet journal, but I'm enjoying junk journaling at the moment, so that's what I'm doing. Plus, this fits in my case nicely. See? I just go like that, and I go, oh, I'll shove that in there. And then that's my junk journal, and off I go, as opposed to needing to carry yet another book around with me. Will there be prep work for you to do, or do you just coast until December the 1st? What I normally do for my classes, because you can do anything you want for your classes, I do not care. There is no monkey see, monkey do in my class. So it's not a case of, oh, here's all the materials you need, and here's all this, and here's all that, and I'm going to start off with this, and you copy what I do, and you end up with a journal just like mine. That's not how it works. We take a premise, and we go from there. For instance, the Halloween Chronicles is monsters. So we've got 13 monsters, we're doing dark and spooky myths, and we're doing it in a junk journal. And we do things as we go. But I did put up videos about junk journals 2 weeks before the class, because I knew there would be people who wanted to get their journals ready. So it's up to you, really. If you want to do a journal in a specific way, you can, or you can wait and find out what I'm doing the week before and do that, or, because I usually don't decide what I'm going to do until the week before. I actually already know what I'm going to be doing this year. but I'm not telling you. But, you know, if you want to make a journal or a junk journal or get a nice journal that you want to use or an insert for a traveller's notebook or whatever, you go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. There's no prerequisites for my classes. You do whatever you feel like doing. Yeah, Cody's doing Hobonichi watercolours for her Halloween Chronicles. Because she just wants to do the art. She's not interested in the research and the writing. She just wants to do the art. Other people are doing all the art, writing and research and not doing any art. So it's entirely up to you what you do. And I'm doing a mishmash of everything. I'm working in my dark grimoire because this is going to be all my dark stuff that I'm interested in. Because I like the dark aesthetic, so it's all going in this book. So, you know, poisons and monsters, and I've got a write-up on voodoo that I want to put in here and all that kind of stuff. Just stuff that I'm interested in. Would we have the option of catching up in January, February? For what? The Christmas Chronicles? Once you're in one of my classes, you stay in one of my classes. You decide when you finish it. But the Christmas Chronicles class is only available as a live class up to a certain point. I don't sell them because I run them every year. So like Halloween Chronicles closes, if you don't buy it by 31st of October, you can't have it this year. So that's it. This year's one I might, because there's so much to it, I might split it up and do it. I don't know. I might make it available as a self-study, but usually I don't bother. Because there's so much, you know, we do them again every year. But there's nothing stopping you getting the Christmas class and not working on it until January or February. You can do it whenever you want. You've got access to the class indefinitely. It's just that it's not a live class, so you can't post work and you can't get feedback and you're not there for the live classes and stuff like that. But you can take as long as you want. It's not unknown for me to still be working on bits of my Halloween Chronicles by the time I start doing Christmas Chronicles. So, because I don't work on one page spread at a time either. That's not what interests me. I don't open my book and go, right, I'm going to fill these 2 pages today and they're both going to match and this is how it's going to work. I don't even do art like that. Awesome. All right then, go away, you horrible lot. I'm hungry. I need to go and have some headache tablets. And I might do some work in my Chronicles journal for a little bit. There's no behind in my classes because I don't... If we were going to go by the strict definitions of what's behind or what's not finished by the time the class is, I'm behind. Okay? Because I do my journal alongside you. I don't do my stuff in advance and then you get to see perfectly finished, polished videos and here, you know, you follow what I do. That's not how I work. As you can see, I haven't even finished my first 2 pages yet. I haven't shown you my other pages because they're not finished either. But they're not due yet. But my ghosts and my vampires I haven't finished yet. You'll get videos as I work on them, basically. When I say live classes, I mean live classes. But probably what I'll do, like this weekend, I want to get some done. So I might do a sit in the chat room kind of live class where anybody who wants to come and journal with me can, but it won't be teaching, it'll just be me journaling. You can sit and watch or whatever. When will I be back? I do YouTube every Wednesday at 5 live, and I do Twitch on a Friday afternoon. So if you go to twitch.tv/Romany and follow me there, links down in the description again, you'll get a notification on Friday afternoon when I go live. That's my painting stream. I just do my own paintings and stuff over there. So I'm working on a gargoyle at the moment. And then if you're in class, there will be a Halloween Chronicles going up later tonight. And what are we doing on Thursday? I can't remember what we're doing. Oh, I've got a painting project I'm working on in When Frogs Sing on Thursday. So, but YouTube, 5 o'clock, Wednesdays. Thanks for joining me, guys, and I will see you all again soon. Bye. Oh, where did my screen go? Hang on. That's not supposed to happen.